You're listening to Tech Vibe. This is Pittsburgh's front row seat to our technology and innovation ecosystem. And I'm your host, Jonathan Kirsting with the Pittsburgh Technology Council. I am solidly knocking on 3 decades of telling all the cool stories about Pittsburgh's tech scene. Today, I'm very excited because we have an event here in Pittsburgh I think everyone needs to know about. These are the types of things that really make Pittsburgh bubble and gives our community some things to really wrap their heads around. I'm talking about ProductCamp, and I'm hanging out with Nathan Mancini today. Nathan, thanks for being part of Tech Vibe today. I can't wait to learn more about what's going on with ProductCamp. It's something that's been growing and growing. It brings together a cool group of individuals to innovate and everything like that. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me today, Jonathan. Yeah, we're gearing up for our 6th product camp. It's an annual quote unquote unconference that we do for the product community, product managers, product strategy, product marketing as a whole. So it's a really cool event. It's a fun event, actually. Happens once a year, and we get together and we talk all things products. We have ours coming up on May 17th at LaRoche University. And you can check us out at www.pghpcamp.com for all the details.
All the details will be there. Well, I'll link to that, of course, in the podcast liner notes. If people want to click there and register, they can definitely do that. What I love about this, I remember you guys came up with this the first year you came out of the chute. It's the Unconference. Tell me what that really means to have an Unconference. I think our listeners will love that.
Yeah, the Unconference is very unique. I'd like to say we invented it, but maybe ProductCamp corporate invented it. But what it is, it's you go to a conference and they say, here's your speakers, here's the agenda, here's what you're doing. We don't do that. We ask attendees to submit ideas that they have for a topic that they would like to talk about or have a panel talk about or a workshop or whatever. They submit that in advance. And then when you get the product camp, after you get your swag and everything, the first thing you do, so maybe it's the second thing you do, is you go vote on all the sessions that you would like to see that day. You get 3 or 4 votes as an attendee and you put your chip in the box, so to speak. And then while we're kicking off the day with an intro and a keynote, the ProductCamp team is working feverishly to tally the votes and to build that agenda for the day. And then the last thing we do in our opening thing is post that agenda and everybody knows where they're going. So it's very fast and furious for the ProductCamp team for that first hour or 2 of the day to build the agenda once everybody gets there.
I hope they're drinking extra coffee on the way over because it seems like you're putting them on the spot. But I love that concept because talk about tailoring it to what the crowd wants. I love that concept. I think more people should be doing that. But obviously it's tricky to do because you got to prepare on the fly.
Well, definitely creates logistical issues for us. But so in this way, as this our 6 years, we've done this on a conference format for the first 5 and it's worked out really well. But one of the things that the group, when we went in to plan this one, kind of went underground to plan it, how do we make it feel like different from the last 5 events, but also without losing that touch. So one thing we're super excited about it. Okay. So we're still going to have the Unconference. There's still going to be the sessions that are for the people, by the people, submitted by the people, and voted on by the people. But we're also, in addition, to really bring out that sense of networking and getting people collaborating more. We're going to have 2 workshops. One is going to be run by Steve Johnson, who's a name in the product community nationally, one of the founders of Pragmatic Marketing. And one of our sponsors, ITX, is going to run a workshop as well. And so we're going to give people the opportunity to network through a workshop and kind of get some different kind of knowledge at ProductCamp as well. In addition to that, there's going to be different networking activities people choose from, like birds of a feather sessions, which we'll facilitate. So the Unconference is there. We're still going to do it. And it's a huge part of what we do. But in the interest of trying to keep it fresh for those who have attended before, we're adding these other elements to it, which is really exciting to me because, again, like to do the same event every year, you feel like, was that last year? Was that the year before? I don't quite remember. Exactly. So always try to find ways to keep it fresh and interesting for people.
That sounds like a good way to do it as far as I'm concerned, because the way the industry changes as fast as it does, the impact of technology on it, we can always make sure that someone gets a different experience. But the best part is the users get to generate most of the experience. I think it's just so cool. And I think that's a really apropos from a bunch of product designers and product folks because they're all about pleasing the customer, right? So I think it works really well for what you guys are doing. Obviously, it's a full day event. So this is like a complete immersion. I mean, you're getting in there. You are going to be nerding out. Simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely. Start at 8. First hour you spent, we'll give you breakfast and you vote and you meet our sponsors. Some of them are hiring, some of the cool demos to show. And another thing that's really cool at ProductCamp this year is we're bringing other product groups into the event to be a part of it. So AMA Pittsburgh, Pitt Agile,
Nice.
Pittsburgh AI, Product Tank, Mind the Product, PTC is going to be there. So
Absolutely.
all these community type groups, if there's any I forgot, I apologize in advance. But these community groups will be there because we're just a 1 day thing. But there is product PDMA, there's product activities going on all year long. And so we want to make sure that we're a source to bring all these different communities together. So yeah, you spend the first hour networking and eating, and then we're off to the races with our keynote and different sessions throughout the day.
I love it. I'm always curious. I love it when there are people like you who have a super passion for what you do in the world and you take the time out to make this happen because this doesn't happen by itself. AI is not generating it for you. And I love it, the fact that you care enough about this and building and maintaining this community of like-minded individuals. What is it about this that gives you the passion to be doing this? And first off, thinking you've been doing this for now, this be your 60th year. That's freaking awesome, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's honestly, it's networking. And no matter how many people, it's always good to network and know more people because it's the more you learn, the more, quite honestly, you can help people and also bring other people together. That was actually one of the things that when I challenged the group of how do we do it different, I said, look, it's possible you could come to Product Camp, not talk to a single person, vote, eat, attend sessions all day long, go home with your free shirt. And that was a good day for you. But I was like, the networking is so big. And so that's why that's one of the reasons why we changed the agenda up. But like for me, I could go to these events and I can meet people, obviously, but when you put yourself in the middle of it and say,
Yeah.
how do we make this and make it better every year? The number of people that I meet that carry that same passion to just, what do they say? Pay it forward, so to speak. So I think I'm part of a group that came before me and hopefully a group that comes after me that's just paying it forward.
That's awesome. I hope someone hears that and that it inspires them, that they're interested in whatever makes them happy and what they do professionally to move it ahead. Take the same route that you did, be part of a group, form something, build something, and throw it out there. I see the difference it's making here in Pittsburgh because these are the types of things that build that community, keep people in Pittsburgh, attract people to Pittsburgh, and keeps a little froth going on within your industry as far as that is. As you're gearing up for this thing, tell me, like, what do you hope, like, the biggest takeaway that an attendee would get by stopping by this year? Of course, besides just the t-shirts.
We're even giving away for Steve Johnson, one of our workshop. He wrote a book and he has several books, but we're giving away a copy of one of his books as well. But so other than a book and a t-shirt and lunch and breakfast, that's another giveaway. What more do you want? No, honestly, I would hope that people go there and say, wow, couple of things. I learned something new today, or I maybe even learn loosely. I'm viewing the world different because of what I took away from ProductCamp today. I think that's super important. I think if everybody walks away with one new connection, and this isn't about getting I want a new job. It's about helping, I think. And how do you help your local community? I think that's the second thing that people would walk away from. And the third thing is, I think through the Unconference and seeing your peers talk about something they're passionate about, people take a look and say, what next year? I'm going to submit one because I'm a thought leader too. I'm doing this every single day. I have something to say that others could find interesting as well. So I think if people walk away with those three things, in addition to shirts and books and a full stomach, I'd say it's a successful day.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree more. And last but not least, like, any trends you're seeing out there? Obviously, I'm sure AI is coming into be a few topics here and there, but anything particular you think is going to be interesting?
AI, is that artificial Terminator 2?
I think that's what it is. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Okay. AI is everywhere. And it sounds like a shameless plug. Like we're actually doing, instead of usually we do an afternoon keynote. We're actually doing a panel this year instead to have different product folks in the area talk about not just AI. Oh, I use ChatGPT and I can write emails 10 times faster than I could before, but like embedding AI in your product and what it's meant for them. And sometimes it's going to be a good thing. And other times we might hear about some false starts. And I think, to me, like, we're riding that wave of AI and you blink and you miss the next innovation. You feel like you're behind, but I think you can't avoid it. And it is the topic that a lot of people are talking about. So we're supporting that through a panel to get people, again, it's all about, what did Apple say? Think different as their catch. It's about that panel really is getting people to think different about AI, I think. So yeah, I'll stick with AI as the answer because I think that it's the easy answer, but it's true.
Absolutely. 100%. I tell you what, the Tech Council is thrilled you continue to put this on. We love being supportive as we can to make this thing happen with you guys because we think it's just awesome work. We need more of these things happening to make Pittsburgh the awesome place that we know it is. Keep building on that. And that's what you're doing. You're a builder, man. We think it's pretty good stuff, Nathan. So thanks for the hard work encourage everybody, check out the site. And you're probably gonna find something you want a reason to attend this thing, if not for the t-shirt and books alone. But I think there's gonna be some great ways to network and of course learn something new within the whole product area. Nathan, you are the best. Making Pittsburgh proud, man. Simple as that.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Without a doubt. So much fun having these conversations. I absolutely love it. In case you forgot, this is Jonathan Kirsting. I'm with the Pittsburgh Technology Council. I'll see you on the next one.